Alright everyone, welcome to this new section, how to set up TradingView. I'm pretty much just going to run through different parts and components of TradingView. We're going to start with changing colors of the candlesticks and indicators. Then we're going to talk about different time frequencies, creating and organizing a watch list, how to set up alerts, different premium versions of TradingView and which I would recommend to be using as if trading. Then we're going to talk about paper trading and position size calculator, and then how to publish ideas for yourself and rewatch them afterwards. So the first thing you're going to do when you sign up for TradingView, or where you're going to begin, is right here. It's going to be looking pretty much like this. Then the first thing I did, which is very beneficial, is just changing it to dark color theme. It makes everything look way nicer and easier for your eyes. And then honestly, we can already just hop into the first chart basically. So we're gonna hop on, let's say ETH USDT right here. There we go. So now we're gonna start with setting up TradingView the way we want to. So we're gonna click right click, go into settings, and then under symbol we're gonna have different colors. For example, right now we're looking at the body of the candlesticks. So if we change this now, for example, to white, there we go. So we're gonna see we're changing the colors. We can go for borders now as well if you want to. And the wicks we can basically do however we like. I normally like to have like some orange and black theme, basically like this. There we go. And maybe have those borders pretty much like this. You know, that's just what I like to do. This is honestly up to everyone themselves. Then we have the last price line, which is this white thing, which is always showing us the current price we're sitting at. Again, just the way you want to have it. You can have a green, you can have a purple, pretty much whatever you want. Then we can have previous day close price lines, pre-post market price lines. We don't really need these just because we are not trading stocks and the markets don't really close. Same goes for extended hours, but you can if you want to. Then for here, there's nothing really we have to worry about. This is all set up the way it should be when you get TradingView. Now we get into the appearance, which is going to be the background. So you can have those lines in the background here dotted or lined. You can have them white, you can have them green, red, whatever you want. I like to have them like pretty much whitish, and then you can have like a gradient, so you can take like two different colors and it's going to go from light to dark. I don't really like it. I like to have like two pretty much similar colors, so it's just not too distracting. Then we can get into basically the scale of the text. I like to keep this at like 14 or 12. Again, something you'll have to be doing for yourself. As soon as you get like your monitor or your laptop or whatever, you're gonna have a different screen than I do, so you're gonna probably set this up different than I am. Then we're going to have the crosshair, which is basically from our mouse going up and to the side. That's our crosshair. We could have this orange if you want, or black if you like it. I would have it whitish, maybe grayish, so it just doesn't get too distracting. Navigation buttons, basically you can disable them, and then you're not going to see them when you're like navigating through it. I would always have them visible because I just want to see where I'm going. and then we're gonna have trading. This is pretty much the way it was when we all the way we get from TradingView. We didn't change anything here. Same goes for events. You can look through here. Maybe you have something like place sound on order execution, like when you're in paper trading and you say like, okay, I want to limit order right here. It's gonna make like a sound. That's like up to you. I don't need it, but it's there. You can use it if you want to. And now I need to get out my schedule 1 second. So we're gonna cover adding MACD and volume right now. So at the top right here, you're gonna have indicators. You're gonna click on there, and then you're gonna click MACD. Click it, boom. You have your MACD down here. You can click indicators again, and you can put in like volume, boom. Then you can decide wherever you want to have this, like at the top or at the bottom. I like to have it pretty much like this. And then you can click into the settings of these as well. There we go. Settings. Oops. Didn't want to do that. Here. No, here we go. Okay, so you can click onto MACD right here at the top, settings, and then here again you can set up the MACD the way you want to have it. I honestly haven't changed it as of right now, but again, something you'll have to do for yourself. Decide this the way you want. You can have this pink, purple, green, yellow, whatever you like to have it. That's pretty much up to you again. Then we are gonna go into, let's see. Okay, zooming in and out of the chart. That's a big question a lot of people had. So you're gonna have your scroll wheel of the mouse. You can scroll in and out. Then you have those timelines at the bottom where you can drag the chart around the way, oh, that was my MACD right there, the way you want to have it. So, you know, you don't want to have it like pretty much too squeezed or something. You have it like nicely showing what's going on with the trend, like this. Then we're gonna cover different trend lines and how to change the colors. So for here, basically all we normally use are trend lines. So you're gonna have two very important settings when it comes to style. You'll have extend right line. You can have that on or off. I'm gonna show you how it's gonna look without having it online. So you can drag around and then basically, okay, I like it right here. Boom, set it up. Or you can have, let's go to extend right. This is the way Craig has it. I just don't like to use it. It already extends the way, so you wouldn't have to drag it right here. But if you want to like change it, you know, pretty much again up to you. I don't really like to have the setting on, so I'm going to take that away. And other than that, we don't really do a lot right here, because what we like to do is change the colors by clicking on this pen. Basically, you can have it red, orange. I like to have it like grayish. Then you can change the thickness of the trend line. I wouldn't have it like bigger than 1 or 2, because then again, you'll probably maybe not be on point with your analysis, or you'll be like blocking out wicks that you should be considering or being on top of. So, you know, have this on like 2 pixels, and then we have our cloning option. If you click this normally, you get into the settings area. If you right click onto it, you can click clone and drag it down here. There we go. And now we're gonna have, like, you know, we talked about interior lines, exterior lines. So let's say, you know, you will have this as your interior line. You can go onto next to the 2 pixels, click onto dotted lines, Right here you have your interior lines, change it the way you want it. Then we can go into Fibonacci, which is under the trend line. Crosshair, trend line, below that we're going to have the Fibonacci retracement. So let's say we were trying to take a short on ETH right here. We would go from swing low to swing high. I'm not going to go in depth with this too much, but pretty much from swing low to swing high right here. And now we can go into the settings. You can do it here, but I wouldn't do it. I would like to customize it myself a little bit. So, you can go into the settings again. 61.8 level, which is our take profit level. I like to keep this like greenish. Take away a little bit of opacity. And that's pretty much all I do. Then you can have the background. I like to have it a little bit visible, just so I see the areas, but I don't want to have it gone too much. So you're going to have it like a little bit visible right here. And that's honestly all you need to do for the Fibonacci. Again, play around with it. Do whatever fits you the best. If you have things that you want to have stick out to you, if you realize like, oh, I really need to see the zero line a lot, you can make it red or green or purple, whatever you like. This is the way I like to have it. Opacity a little bit down, just so I know this is the take profit level. It just gets obvious. It throws it into your head. Then we can go into our short position, which we're going to use a lot. Again, you can basically click favorites on everything we use. So that would have like the Fibonacci retracement and maybe like eclipse. We're going to get into short and long positions. And then you're going to have this thing you can drag around. I would put it at the bottom left. So now we're going to take our short position because we would be trying to short off right here. Put it. I'm not really setting up a trade now. This is not a trade we should be looking at or something. This is just in general to get set up. So again, you have colors. You can have like, I don't know, let's say orange here and white here. Change the opacity a little bit to like 10%. I wouldn't do it. That was stupid putting this. Maybe green, yeah. Something like this. Whatever you like. Changing the opacity. This is again something you'll have to decide for yourself. I'm saying this a lot right now, but it is when it comes to TradingView, you will have to set it up the way you like it, and not the way I like it, or Craig likes it, or any of the other people in the team. You can have this pink, you can have this purple, you can have everything white, as long as you're like liking the way it looks. So now we're gonna go into Elliott wave theory. Pretty much, again, I'm just gonna draw it right here. I can go into the settings, change the color to whatever I like, red, pink, black. Visibility we don't really need, and then you can change the thickness. Maybe I would put this a little bit thicker, because when it's like too thin and like on the chart, it just tends to fade away. So let's put this into, I don't know, like, not red. I don't know what color should you give this myself right now. Maybe something like this, change the thickness a little bit just so it gets more obvious. But again, I'll have to readjust all of my own TradingView things because I copied Craig's option at the beginning when I started trading. So I'm going to customize this afterwards for myself again. And then we have callouts, or we can first of all go into the emojis. So let's say, you're trying to show someone like, hey, I'm looking at ETH and we're seeing like 2 lows here or something. You can have those emojis here. Same thing, go into settings, change it the way you like. And then under text, you have callouts. So let's say you have callout right here and you want to make a screenshot of this. You go into here, boom, and you just type like low could see support, something like this. You know, have a call out, boom, that's this. And then you're gonna have the brush, you can draw around, or what I like to do is use the is it eclipse or ellipse? It's ellipse. I always say eclipse, I'm sorry. But basically you can mark different reaction points on the chart or on your Fibonacci. You know, somewhere like this. Normally, you know, you want to have colors that differentiate between each other. This pretty much just looks thrown on there, but again, it's just an example. We have the eclipse, and then we have our percentage measure, which a lot of people don't really use. It's right here below the emojis or the long position and short position. It just shows percentage-wise how far did ETH grow from this push. 55%. If you click away, it's already gone, so it's nothing to worry about. It's just a nice tool to have. And then again, when we get into different time frequencies, which we're going to do right now, let's say you're trading on a 1 day, or not trading, but looking at this on the 1 day time frequency, we know that from this low to here, within 11 days, Ethereum went back up 60% if you bought in at this low wick right here. And then different time frequencies. Basically, if you go into a 1 minute time frequency, you'll have to zoom out a lot and readjust everything. But each candle we're seeing right here represents 1 minute. And then we have like 45 minutes, which I'm on a lot. So again, each candle is like 45 minutes or a day or 4 hours or whatever. We normally like to have like 45 minutes, 1 hour, and 4 hours. So you can ping those with the favorite sign. I don't really need it. I do it manually anyways. Same goes for these tools. I know where they are. I don't really use this at all. Now let's see, different time frequencies, we have those covered. Alright, so now we're already pretty much set, and we can go into how to create and organize watch lists. So right here at the very top right, we have watch list and details. You're gonna have one watch list with all your cryptos you are trading currently. So let's say, you know, you have like your KuCoin futures. With KuCoin futures, I just know that everything on here is tradable on KuCoin futures. And then all I do personally, as soon as I have a trade that I'm looking at, which is coming like basically my way or coming to my thesis, like this LTC I had flagged when we were somewhere around this area pre-crash. I ping it with green, and then you can have like purple or red as your I'm in the trade right now, or this is getting close to my entry. So you want to have it like flagged, you know, and see what's going on there. This is something you'll have to do for yourself again. But the way I just do it, one general list of all the different coins or pairs we trade with, and then I just skim through them. I'm like, okay, I don't see anything here, I don't care. Boom, next one. Okay, I don't see anything here. Boom, next one. I don't see anything here. And then we're gonna do this all the time. As soon as we find something interesting, we're gonna basically, let's say, you know, you have a thesis on this trade, you're going to right click, or what I like to do is take the horizontal line. Let's say you want to get in here, set up an alert, notify on app, send email. I like it on my email because sometimes I just tend to not see the pop-ups. So you can click all these, create an alert, and now that you know, okay, I have a trade thesis, I have an alert set, so as soon as, you know, it comes to my direction or my entry, I'm going to get notified, you can set it like green, and you know, okay, this is on my watch list. I'm watching Phil USDT right now. I want to see how it behaves, and then depending on where it moves and how it moves, maybe take a trade on it or not. If you're in the trade, you can change it to like blue or purple. For having different flags like I have, you need to have the premium version, which we're going to get to in a bit. But in general, this is how I set up my watch list. We have setting up alerts, and then under your watch list, you're going to have your alert list, and it's going to show you basically, okay, boom, you had an alert here, by the way, and you got notified, and then you can check it out. Back to the watch list. I think we can now see, okay, what else? We don't need anything here, not even my ideas yet. We don't need the chat. Okay, so now we can go into different premium aspects. You're gonna have the basic. This is what you have. You only have like 12 customizable chart types, and you know you don't have you only have like 2 watch lists, I think, or 3, and you only have like 1 flag. Right here you only have, I don't even know if you have alerts on how many. I guess like it would be 1 or 2 alerts maximum. I use the pro version, the normal pro version. It's going to give you 5 indicators per chart, so you could have volume, MACD, Bollinger Bands, everything else thrown on there. 2 charts in 1 window. I haven't used this, but basically you can go into like, okay, this is FX USDT here. This is the same one, but you can put this into a different time frequency, which we don't really use, but you can if you like trying to show something and you don't want to skip through like different tasks. Basically, you can just have it like side by side view. Then you have 10 server-side alerts, which is just normal alerts. I think 10 is a little bit, it's not enough maybe when you have a lot to watch out for. But then again, it depends on what you want and how many trades you're going to take. For me, as if now this is roughly enough, I'm soon going to have to upgrade to Pro Plus. But for now, I'm fine with this. It's ad-free, volume profile indicators, custom time intervals, which is basically you can go into here, and I think you can, yeah, you can like 1 minute, and or you can have like 2 minutes add, and then you're gonna have a 2-minute chart, which is pretty cool. Or you can have like 17-minute charts. Each candle is gonna represent 17 minutes. Multiple watch lists and bar replay, which is going to be very interesting. We're going to get to this in a bit, which I think is awesome. So let's get back to paper trading, position size calculators, and how to transfer those numbers into your exchange. So when you're here, you know, we have the watch list, alerts, then you will have your ideas right here, which we're going to get to in a second. Everything else we don't really need. And then down here, we have the order panel. At the very bottom down here, we have the trading panel. Click on trading panel, paper trading connect, and now you have a paper trading account, which is basically going to allow you to take trades with non-real money. So I have like $100,000 in equity on this on here. So now we have this. We don't really need this anymore. We just wanted to have it connected. And now let's say, you know, you were trying to take the ETH trade. Let's see, where is my ETH trade? Did I take it off? Probably took it off. Alright. I'm gonna do if we go into the 1-day frequency, sometimes it's going to get very annoying to monitor around this. But basically the thesis we had on this, let's go into the 4-hour frequency as of right now, and I know this is going to get outdated with the next couple weeks already, but the thesis was these two lows, boom, and these highs line up perfectly. We could have taken a short here or potential second short here, even though I'm not going to take it because I think we're going to break out of this channel. But in general, we could have taken a trade right here, Fibonacci. We go from here to, or let's say we're going to enter right there. Boom. Fibonacci right there. I don't like the way I set up this, the look I set up my TradingView for this example. I'm definitely going to change it. But right here we have a trade set up. Normally you would have interior lines, but this was a general thesis. So let's say you would like to take this trade right here. You're going to go into the order panel. And because you're shorting, you're going to go into sell. And if you're longing, obviously you're going to go into buy. But now we're shorting, we're going to sell these, we're going to sell our equities or the units. The order price is going to be your entry price, which for me is right here, or on the side, the gray thing, 2727. So we're going to put in 2727.56. This is the limit order. As soon as the price reaches this point right here, I'm going to hopefully get filled on my order, and then you're going to have your take profit level. Because you're shorting, you're going to take profits if the price drops to 2118 or $2,118.72, and your stop loss would be 2,922.94. There we go. Basically, if it rises, you're gonna sell in the loss. If it drops, you're gonna make the money. And now you have those three numbers in limit order level, your take profit and your stop loss. All you'll have to do now is say, okay, I want to risk $50 on this trade, and I know ETH is going to be a bad example for this. Why can't I? Okay, ETH is a very bad example because you need a lot of equity to be trading this. But let's say I really want to have a different example, which is going to be more easier and more realistic for us to trade. So let's say we're going to take this thing right here, ONT USDT. I'm just going to set something up which is not going to make any sense probably, but let's say we were to reach this level up here and we wanted to take a short position up here. I'm going to short position, boom, there we go. I want to do it with these numbers again. So we're going to sell. The level we're trying to buy is 1.68155 right here. Then we're going to have our take profit level at $1.12 and the stop loss at 187. That should already be fine. And now we get to the interesting part. So let's say you're already trading and you want to risk on each trade like $50. You put in limit order, take profit, stop loss, and now you want to risk $50 on each trade. Boom, it's going to tell you I already opened this, but basically it's going to tell you we have to buy 265 units of ONT USDT at this level to be able to risk $50 right here. So the amount of equity or money we need is 265 times 1.68. So that would be $445 to risk $50 on this trade, which is honestly not a lot. You're only risking $50 and only need like $450, considering you have, like, when you're trading stocks, you need like so much money to trade it. Way easier here. And then you have again leverage, which we're going to get into in a bit, or in a different section basically. But you have leverage, which is going to make it like easier. You could probably take this trade with where we need 265 units and you only want to risk $50. You're probably going to be able to trade this with about $200 or $300 already, which is like crazy considering, you know, you don't need a lot of money to trade. So we have the position size calculator explained. We have paper trading. So right now you're only trading on paper. If this trade works out, obviously you're not going to make any money from it. So what do we do right now? We cover, or we just take the numbers we just evaluate it into our exchange. You know, we're gonna have this we're gonna have those modules where we show exchanges and how to input numbers, but then you set up this trade and you know you have to buy 265 units at $1.86. You're gonna go into like Binance.us or Qcoin or whatever you're using, and you're gonna click sell 265 units of ONT USDT at this price. Click stop loss and just transfer it over there. And obviously, whenever you set up a trade like this, you're gonna adjust your entry depending on, you know, if it goes sideways, you're gonna have a different entry. If it goes sideways a lot, but if it goes up like this, you're gonna have a different entry. So you will have to adjust this with time. So that's why you normally don't even put in the order. I just misclicked by pressing enter. But yeah, that's it. And now we're gonna get into the last step for TradingView in general, or only TradingView. It's gonna be how to publish ideas for yourself to see how the market behaved after your thesis, so you can prove to yourself and see for yourself how the chart exactly moved. I'm gonna take this SXP long. I don't know why I called it long, because it's a short. But we're gonna see my thesis on the 3rd of May, basically a month ago, was this short position right here. If I press load new bar, it's gonna show me that, okay, this is how my trade behaved afterwards. You know, would have been a full profit trade right here, and that's it. That's all it does. But it gets beneficial if you're trying to prove people like, okay, you know, a lot of people can only talk about, oh, you know, I knew this, or they can look back and be like, oh yeah, this is obvious. But right here you have the proof that you had this thesis before it played out. I just like to have this, and it's very cool to like show off and also publish ideas. So you're gonna go into the chart. Let's say, you know, you have this idea right here. You're gonna go into publish idea, and then you're gonna call it ONT USDT short. Then depending on if this is only for you to show off, or maybe you're trying to share this with our beautiful Discord community, you can put in like, hey guys, you know, this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing reaction points. You're gonna have callouts on there. You can blah 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 blah. Then on the right here, you're gonna have analysis. It's a short, so you're gonna click short. It's a trend analysis, and the tags, you don't need it. Twitter, you don't need it. Private idea, public idea. I have it on private if it's only for myself, so I'm gonna click publish idea right here, and boom, you have a new idea. You can basically rewatch this after, like in a month or something. You can rewatch it and be like, oh, you know, back then, if I go like, I don't know which one. I want to see a very nice trade I took. Like the audio short, I think, was a nice one. You know, this is from April 18th, and then boom, beautiful sniped entry, full profit. That's it, showing off right here. Or you can go into publish, record video idea, continue publishing, and then you can record your screen. You're going to get a link which you can share with our Discord community, because Discord doesn't allow us to basically publish videos bigger than like 100 megabytes or something. So by doing this, you're going to have it on TradingView. You can send the link to the people you want to tell about your analysis, and boom, you can have a conversation about that. I think we covered everything. Maybe we're gonna re-record this module depending on, we're gonna show this to you, and you're maybe gonna tell us like, oh, okay, but what's like this button about? And then we're gonna just reshoot it. Or I'm gonna reshoot it depending on like the feedback I get and what's missing. Because I was basically going through TradingView for the last week, and every time I realized, oh, I clicked on this button right here, I put it into my schedule and saying like, okay, I want to talk about this. Maybe, yeah, we can do this for a second. Maybe it's not too late, hopefully. Symbol search is where you're gonna search for everything. So you can have it like an all, or crypto, or index, or economy, or CFD. But we're trading crypto, so we're gonna go in crypto, and we're gonna like put in like EOS, USDT, boom. You're gonna have different brokers or exchanges. Click one, you're on it. Now you can add it to your watch list right here. Click plus, EOS USDT, plus, boom, it's on the watch list. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for today. I'm gonna probably re-record this, like I said, depending on the feedback I get. And then we're gonna see us in the next section.